श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ऋकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So, we are studying Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. In the tradition, Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad is taught along with its kārikā. Kārikā is an independent work by Gaudapada Acharya. Gaudapada. Acharya means teacher. Gaudapada, a teacher named Gaudapada in our tradition. You should remember, Upanishads are not written by anybody. Upanishads are not talking about some glory about the people who have lived 5,000 years before. Upanishads are not a dogmatic scripture. It is apaurushayam, not being written by anybody. It is not a man-made scripture. That's what we want to say. So, Upanishads are meant for the living beings in the world to reach their goal properly by knowing one's own real nature. So the topic of the Upanishads will be, who is the person living in the form of human being or any other creatures? Remember that no other creatures have the capacity to go through the scriptures. So mainly for human beings. There is no access for any other creatures because no language, no teacher, no continuous studying. Except a human being, no other beings have the access to study Upanishads, even though the Upanishads are meant for every living. We are talking about the topic of Upanishad is, I'm not a human being. I am the creator of the entire creation. I am the consciousness which is never subject to death and birth. So, Upanishads talks about the innate nature of a human being. And the nature is not taught directly. There is a systematic way, in a meticulous way of teaching. One will reach from the unknown to the unknown real nature. There are different methods which we call prakriya in teaching. Analyzing the three states are the method in the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. Who is the substratum of these three states? By analyzing these three states, we will reach the substratum, the locus of the three states. We already saw different verses of the Upanishads and also the different verses of the Māṇḍūkya kārikā written by Gaudapada. Now we are in the second section of Māṇḍūkya kārikā and the 16th verse. We will look into it. I will read the verse and I will give you the meaning. Jivam kalpayate purvam tatho bhavan pratagvidhan bahyan adhyatmikamshchaiva yada vidyastata smritihi. Again, I will read. Jivam kalpayate purvam tado bhavan pratagvidhan bahyan adhyatmikamshchaiva yada vidyastata smritihi. The creation is beginningless, anati. For the beginningless state, we call it anati. There is no point of analyzing to get the exact date of the creation. There is no that such a date existing. Creation is a superimposition on a substratum. The creation happens with the mysterious power of the creator. What we call consciousness is the creator. What is that mysterious power? We call it Maya. For example, magic of the magician. The mysterious power is magic and the magician is the creator of the magic. Similarly, the creator is called Karta or Daivam or Ishvaraha, any word. Ultimately, we call Brahman. In Vedanta, in this study of this text, we call it Brahman, the consciousness, the biggest. The Vedanta talks about the creator with an ultimate word called Brahman, Brahma, the biggest. The ultimate power of the ultimate creator is called Maya, the mysterious power. Through this power only the whole creation seems to be existing. Remember, magic is not a real event. Magic is only a event which fools the spectator. There is no such reality existing in any event of the magic. It's only a delusion by folding the eyes of the people who are around the magician. Creation is also much less similar to that. Through the mysterious power of this creator, it imagines, kalpayade, or creates the jiva first, the individual form. Jiva kalpayade purvam, at the beginning. Purva means in the first, the creator as though deluded, not deluded, as though deluded. It will create itself just as a spider without depending on any external things. It creates the web. There is no depending on any external things. In the creation, also the creator never depends upon any other things to create. It itself, so kamayada bahusyam praja yedi. It desires. It desired. Having a desire, may I become many. Thus, by the delusion, the mysterious power called Maya, the creator seems to be many. Even though it never happened, it's only a delusion that creation is there. Any magnificent artist can create an art which is having some life, seems to be alive. Even though it is an art, the capacity, the talent of the artist makes the art seems to be alive. Similarly, the capacity, the power, the almighty creator, all-knowing creator, using his mysterious power and create as though many living beings are there. But really speaking, the one and only consciousness being superimposed by many. And in the creation, there is an order. That is what been pointed here. First of all, the creator imagines, may I become the individual soul, jivaha, having a body, as though having a body. There is no body in real. When the knowledge occurs in the waking state, body never existed. It will resolve in organs. The organs will resolve into some other things. Even though it appears as though existing, it never existed. The body will resolve into some other things. Thus, the mysterious power, what we call Maya, through Maya, the creator imagines, creates at the beginning, may become many, and first to create is the individual soul. After that, a lot of things are there. Remember, when you study another Upanishad, your order may change. Among the 5 elements, some Upanishad says that the space is the first thing to be created or imagined by the creator. In some other Upanishads, fire is being the first thing to be created. Even though the sequence of the order may change, we should understand that for the sake of studying only, all these things are presented. So, Jivam Kalpayade Purvam. The Jiva, the individual soul, is being imagined or created by the creator at the beginning. Then all other superimpositions happens. Like myself, even though I am an error, that I am a human is an error. But I think that first of all, I am a human being. After that, I will imagine myself. I am a tall man or a tall woman. I am a thin woman. My organs are big. My organs are small. My hands are big. My legs are short. My eyes are having poor sight. All these things are second superimposition by an individual within oneself. I born in a country. I am fair. I am white. All these things are another superimposition coming after the first superimposition. I mentioned you, like a tailor having a wrong measurement in his stitching, everything will go wrong. After stitching, one measurement goes wrong, and all the things succeeding measures will also go wrong. The entire product will become futile for the person. It will not be fit for the person to wear. Similarly, I myself conclude a wrong understanding, a wrong mistake about myself. I am a human being. Then I born in this country. I am a woman. I am attractive. I am not attractive. I am aged. My eyes are like this. All these superimpositions happens. Adhyatmikan, which are subjective by oneself. All the superimpositions within oneself. Adhyatmikan. Bahyan. Apart from myself, there are some other things. There are trees, there are air, there are flowers, there are birds, stars, sky, parents, house. All these things are objective. They are called Bahyan. They have a beautiful connection, very beautiful connection for them. Whatever I imagine, it will appear. A corresponding effect in the world perceived to exist outside of us. A corresponding product seems to be existing according to our imagination. I will give you the details and explanations so that you can understand. Myself, I have a lot of taste in my life. Some people have music. Some people used to have some sports. Some people read a lot of books. Some people go for cycling. Some people go for wandering around the world and collect the data and informations. Everybody have different taste. How does the taste came to each and everybody very different? According to the previous birth or the previous day experiences. In the previous birth, I enjoyed certain things and I got happiness from that. That happiness will become the memory, and the enjoyed things will become the knowledge. And the same event I want to repeat again in the next day. I will fetch the same things and I will get the same happiness. Why I fetch the same things? Because of my memory, what happened in the previous birth or the previous day. Anything you can. According to the previous births or previous experiences, I choose the identical event, the same event, the same things, and that happiness I will gain. Shankara here gives an example, I have hunger. To satisfy my hunger, I need some food. I will cook myself and I satisfy my hunger. And there is a satisfaction. This satisfaction will be kept in our memory. And we know that the action of cooking made me to get this satisfaction. So I will go through the same event in the next day. So satisfaction will be there in the memory. And for that satisfaction, I should do this, is the knowledge. Yata vidyas tata smriti. Any action we do in this birth without the knowledge of or the guidance of anybody is due to the remembrance of the previous birth. That means the satisfaction inheres in us as the memory which stimulates us. Whatever experiences I have gone through and I got certain satisfaction, that satisfaction will be the cause to do the same action or to collect the same things to get the satisfaction. And those things will become the cause for the satisfaction. So, the product and the cause both are having same names. Those things will also get the name cause. I will go with the Shankara's example. the cooking, the action need a lot of things. Those things become the cause for my satisfaction. Again, tomorrow, the satisfaction become the cause for collecting the things which I got a beautiful dish. So both will become the cause, both will become the product. Subjective ideas which are in the memory, objective ideas which are the knowledge. Memory is the cause for to do the same things, and the things which I collected according to my memory will become the cause for the satisfaction. Thus, they get both will get cause the name, they will become cause for each other. Here in Bhashya, it is told by Shankara. He told like this, Saha ya yatha vidya yadrishi vidya vijnanam asya idi yatha vidya tatha vida eva smritihi. Tasya idi tata smritihi bhavati idi. According to the knowledge, in which manner we have the knowledge, if it is satisfaction, that will keep an impression inside my memory. That memory will make me, will stimulate to do the same action, identical action. So both will have jivam hetu padatmakam. Shankara given in the Bhashya. It starts like this. Bhakyan adhyatmikanam bhavanam itaretara nimitta naimittikataya kalpanayam kim moolam idi uchyade jivam hetu padatmakam. At first, before entire creation or before imagining all other things in the world, the entire creation of the Creator will start from the individual soul. After imagining the individual soul, how it imagines? As though deluded. It is not really deluded. So kamayada bahusyam praja yedi. It desired itself, may I become many. This is what told in the 3 or 4 Upanishad like Taittiriya, Māṇḍūkyam. So kamayata. It desired itself, may I become many. Thus, lot of jivas are there first. Then these jivas will have different ideas regarding the creation, more delusions. One individual soul will confirm with itself that everything is sustained in the prana, the vital force. Some other individual will confirm with oneself. The entire creation happened on the fire. Without fire, there is no creation. Anything can be imagined afterwards, all are but delusions. All are confusions. As I am an individual body is a confusion. I am born in this world is a confusion. I have parents is a confusion. From the ultimate standpoint of reality, not from the empirical standpoint. If you say in the midst of people, I have parents is a confusion, means they will confuse about you. Is this person is mad or some ill is there in the head? Why this person talk like this? I have parents is a confusion. So from the empirical standpoint, you cannot reveal the truth. From the ultimate standpoint of reality, knowing that you are the center of the entire creation which is not subject to death and birth, you can say within yourself, you are immortal. You are birthless. You are not subject to any kind of modification. Nityam, Shashvatam, Ajam, birthless. How can myself become a girl to get birth for my parents, to get a birth for my parents? This is a delusion. This is a confusion, a mistaken error. This is what been pointed here. Jivam kalpayade purvam. Everybody starts their journey by misunderstanding oneself, taking oneself as a human body. Then on the way, due to the amount of the good deeds, what they have done in their life, there will be a reward for that. They will meet a right person who will give you the right direction regarding oneself. Up to that, this journey will continue. This is what is pointed out here. Remember, as long as we are not having the knowledge about our real nature, the confusions are many. Once we get the real knowledge about oneself, there is no options to do in the life. There is only decision. I am this consciousness which is not subject to death and birth. I am having a clear vision regarding my empirical life and my spiritual life. Without knowing the real nature, there will be always confusion in the empirical life also and in the spiritual life also. Worldly or material life become more and more confused. Should I get married? Should I get children? How should I raise my children? Should I send him to study medicines or to study something? Where should I settle my life? In Europe or America? All these confusions are there when we are not studied properly about oneself. These confusions will be holding them till their last breath. And due to this confusion, they will be always fluctuating in their life. Should I do this? Should I do that? What should I do for my daily bread? Should I quit this job and find out another job? Everything seems to be confusing in our daily life. As long as we don't know who am I. Once I know my real nature, I got the overall idea about the world and myself. This is my goal. I am immortal. More and more I involve in a job, more and more the past impressions will be there inside my mind. When I have the doership, I may have to go through the death and birth cycle. More I give up my doership and enjoyership, akartritvam, abhoktritvam, the chances are slim to go through the death and birth cycle. When I hold myself, I do this. I have to enjoy this. This is called doership and enjoyership. This is due to the body notion. Then all the impressions will be there in the form of memory. Through the experiences, I keep all the things in my memory and I go through all kinds of experiences. So both will become the cause and both will become the product. When I enjoy something, it gives me some satisfaction. That satisfaction will become the cause for doing the same action. And again, those things will be the cause for the satisfaction. That is what we were told here. Thus, according to my imagination, always there will be always a corresponding object in the external world. Remember, according to my imagination, there will be an object in the external world. That's why we think always clear and proper, so that the things will be proper and clear right in front of me. So, my imagination is the cause for the external world. Because this verse confirms that Jivam Kalpayade Purvam. At the beginning, Jiva is the first thing to imagine by the all-pervasive Lord. How he imagined? As though he is deluded. There is no delusion, as though deluded. He imagined this Jiva as though deluded, may I become many. When the magician performs his stage program, he will also act as though he is deluded. When he pick up a duplicate snake, fake snake from his hand, he will drop the snake and he will show as though he is fear. He knows that it is a fake snake, but for charming these people who is around him, who are the witness of this his magic, he will also act as though he is one of you, one of the witness, one of the spectator. So, similarly, the entire creation being came out of the creator, and the creator is not separate from the creation. And we have to know this equation properly. That the creator became many means it's not big, it didn't become many. It seems to be many. Like a sun reflecting on different waters. There is only one sun, but water bodies are many. And I can hold some water in my pots, vessels, etc., etc. Those vessels also will have the reflection of the sun. So different pots, different reflections of different sun. But in reality, the one sun is reflecting as many. Similarly, the entire creation is centered on one and only creator. But the creation, imagined creation, starts like this. First, he creates the individual being, and the individual being imagines himself lot of things individually and also objectively. Thus, the external world will also appear. There is a logic one of my teacher used to say. When a problem occurs in your house, always there will be a solution around in you or in your house. First, you check about that. Wherever there is a problem, nearby there will be a solution existing. In order to get the connection only, you should be blessed by the Lord. You need not to run to get the solution for 300 or 400 kilometers. The connection should be get by the blessings of the Lord. I will give you an example. You want to put a nail in the wall. There is no hammer. You think yourself, let me check a hammer from the neighbor's house. Thinking of this, you are getting towards down, from the first floor towards down. Then you saw immediately there was an iron piece of your car or your motorbike, anything, something can work as though a hammer. It will come in front of you or in the eyes. Then you will not go to the neighbor's house to fetch a hammer. Your problem solved. You will nail with this iron piece or iron rod. This example have limitations, but take the moral. When you are in a trouble, the solution is around you. The connection will be brought by the all-pervasive Lord if you are blessed. That is why daily prayers are important. You need not to run. You need not to get panic. You need not to get disturbed. There is solution. If there is a problem in the house, the solution will be there inside the house itself. If there is a problem in my career, there will be solution in your career. No problem can continuously till the last breath. Agama apayina. Comes and goes. Let they come, let they go at the right time. You may be distracted for some moments, but not continuously. Immediately you will find out the solution. So what I want to say, any imagination within oneself will create a corresponding object externally. This is how the entire world. You imagine something and you meet the corresponding object according to your ambitions and your imaginations. That is why the last sentence is important. Yatha vidyaha tata smritihi. When a person imagines, even though it is a wrong imagination, in the creation, this logic will apply. According to the imagination of the memory, there will be a corresponding object externally. That will come towards you to get the satisfaction. So imagine healthy things. Imagine positive thoughts. Take away all kinds of unwanted thoughts, unhealthy way of living. Imagine yourself, everything is going to be settled. Everything will have a solution. As long as you are attending these classes, you are a traditional person. The traditional teachers who are around you while listening the classes, they are there around you. You are a blessed person. The connection will happen. What is my problem? For that, for that. So, yatha vidyaha tata smritihi. Yada vidya tata smritihi. According to one's own imagination, one will get the external world a corresponding object. Yada vidya tata smriti. So entire meaning will be like this. Jivam kalpayade purvam. At the beginning, the Lord will imagine itself. First, the individual soul, but we can say literally it's not true. There is no individual soul or cosmic soul. There is only one consciousness. These are all technical terms to study or to teach. Jivam kalpayade purvam. An individual soul is imagined by the Lord. Then, tato bhavan pratak vidhan. Then he will imagine different things. Prana, the vital force, the fire, the everything. And it can be worshipped by the person, or it can be a part of the body, anything, all the imagination, all are nothing but imagination. Pratak vidhan. Bhahyan adhyatmikamscha. Objective and subjective thoughts. In the form of objects, externally they are called subjective thoughts. In the form of thoughts individual, inside the mind, they are called objective thoughts, subjective thoughts. They are all due to the memory according to the previous experiences. Any thought occurs according to the previous experiences. Yatha vidya tata smritihi. Now, come to the next verse. Verse number 17. Anishchita yatha rajjuhu antakare vikalpita sarpadharadibhirbhavaihi tadvat atma vikalpitaha. Anishchita yatha rajjuhu antakare vikalpita sarpadharadibhirbhavaihi tadvat atma vikalpitaha. Anishchita, nishchitam, confirming. Anishchitam, not yet confirmed properly. Not ascertained. Not getting the clear idea about oneself. Anishchita. Yatha rajjuhu. Rajju means a rope. Traditional example. In the dark room, we have a rope. And that rope is not being seen by the person who entered inside the room. Somehow he experienced by stepping on the rope, and the object is evident, not seen, but evident. Then that person imagine himself that there is a snake inside the room and it is big and it is bitten. It bites me now. This is called imaginations. When the object is not clearly understood or ascertained properly, there will be other confusions regarding the things. When I don't know I am the consciousness which is not subject to death and birth, I am not subject to death and birth. I am the ocean of happiness. I am Brahman. This is not known. This is called ignorance. When you don't know anything about oneself, this is called ignorance. Then ignorance will become the base for the confusions, mistaken identities, mistaken ideas, erroneous notions. Everything will emerge from the ignorance about the thing. Anishchita yatha rajjuhu. A rock which is not ascertained, which is inside the dark room, is being imagined in different ways. Suppose the first person imagines itself as a snake. He don't know it is a rock. The next person imagines as a stick. And another person imagines as a stream of water. Anything can imagine about oneself and others. That is how we judge others, This person will cheat. This person will be soft. This is how we fall in love. We fall in business contacts, everything. Then only we come to know the real nature of the person. Imagines about oneself and others. My wrong calculations will make me to end up in a disaster. My clean calculations will help me to reach the ultimate destination of happiness. So, Adi Shankara's stock example. When the rope is not clearly known inside a dark room, there is a potential to imagine different things on the rope. One can imagine as a snake. One can imagine as a stick, big stick. One can even imagine as a stream of water. If you keep some sound of water behind in a speaker, the same rope will be imagined as a stream of water and put a white paint on that rope. People will mistake as a water, a stream of water. These are all examples for the sake of understanding the real knowledge. Anishchida, when it is not ascertained the real nature of the rock, which is inside the dark room, then it will be assumed, imagined, mistaken in different ideas. Sarpadharadibir bhavai. Sarpam, snake. Dhara, stream of water. Dandam is not presented. No stick is not there in the verse. Anything. When the ignorance being the base, there will be a lot of mistaken ideas. Tadvat Atma Vikalpidaha. In the same manner, Tadvat Atma Vikalpidaha. This is how the individual soul, which is the ultimate consciousness, there will be always some confusions. There will be always some mistaken ideas on oneself. In the same manner of rope and snake. I have ignorance about myself. Ignorance being the base for all wrong ideas, I mistake myself. What is the first mistake? I have a date of birth. What is the second mistake? I am a man or a boy. What is the third mistake? I have parents. What is the fourth mistake? I have a country. What is the fifth mistake? Fifth mistake, I have responsibilities. I have to study and to get into a job and get married. What is the seventh mistake? It will continue entire way. These are all external mistakes. Bahya. Adhyatmika mistakes are there. Oh, I am tall. I am short. I am not looking good. I have to feel, I have to do some arrangements in my face and body. All these mistakes individually and externally. Everything is an imagination due to what? Due to not knowing who am I, due to not knowing my real nature. That is what we told here. When I say I don't know about oneself, means ignorance is there about oneself. Ignorance is the cause for all kinds of mistakes in the world. If you know about a thing properly, there is no mistakes. When we don't know properly about oneself or about my real nature, I mistake some other ideas. I mistake myself. Why this mistake being so deep? I conform or I follow other others in the society. They are also thinking themselves they are human beings. I blindly follow them. So the entire society is mistaken. And I am also following them. My parents says that you are a man, you are a woman. Because they also, my mother is a woman, father is a man. And they got married, they got a good job, they have some responsibilities towards home and their society. So I should also follow the same things. Thus, I will also take the same flight which they travel. So my mistakes will be will be there according to their own way. Thus, I will also go through the same mistakes. When you meet a guru, a traditional teacher, because of the abundance of your good deeds, because of the in account of your good deeds, you will meet your guru, the traditional teacher, and he will directly guide you. You are not a woman, you are not a man. These are all fallacies, erroneous notions. But it will take time to give up. But you can start right now. Then who am I? This is what we are studying. We are not subject to death or birth. We are the embodiment of happiness. We are the embodiment of existence, permanent existence. And we are in the form of consciousness. On that consciousness, there is a superimposition of body. That way, the teacher will help you, guide you to know who am you. Why should I believe my teacher or this teaching? When a fact is true, it will survive after 6,000 years or 10,000 years. When a fact is fake, it will not survive for many